Hi, I'm Yvette Hernandez, and you're watching American Hispanics, The Journey, where we bring you uplifting information every week, as well as great interviews of real people telling their stories of their journey to the American dream. Real people, real stories, real times. I'm here with Carlos Phoenix, who's sitting in for George Gonzalez today. Hey, Carlos.
Hey, how are you, Yvette? And thank you guys for having me. So we have a great show today.
We have a great show. We have so many topics to talk about. We have Cristina Quiñones. Ooh, she is
She's
going to be an
talent.
awesome.
I've been following her career for a long time.
We're going to have a great interview with her. We also want to talk about a lot of informational stuff for you. Of course, you know this show is about educating our community and uplifting our Hispanic community every single time. So today we want to talk a little bit about TPS. That's what's going on in the news all over the place, and how Donald Trump handled that. And we just want to know a little background about it. We want to give it some information to our people.
Well,
what is TPS, first of all, Carlos? What is that?
Well, let me ask you, what is TPS stand for?
Temporary, what is it? Temporary status, protective status. Temporary protective status.
So usually it's given to countries where there might be a disaster, earthquake, hurricane, or sometimes if it's war-driven, a lot of violence, stuff like that. We permit a certain amount of immigrants to migrate to the United States
without getting deported.
Correct.
For a certain amount of time, and it's only supposed to last so long.
So my understanding, I think you said it was 8 months.
Well, with the Salvadorians, it was only supposed to be 18 months.
Oh, 18 months,
and it
okay.
turned into 18 years. So that's what
So
happened.
some of it's a very complicated issue because what ended up happening was El Salvador was having governmental issues, and I believe there was some type of civil war. A lot of gangs had been formed, and then they ran over to the United States. And in the West Coast, a lot of those gangs kind of reformed. They created other gangs in the U.S., and there's been a lot of violence over time for the past 18 years.
18 years, right?
And so it complicates the issue even more. So the times that they've been caught, they get sent back to the country and reform gangs there because there's nothing there for them.
De verdad, Carlos, no sabíamos eso.
Right. And so there's a lot of complexity in the issue. And now, of course, because of some of the violence, I'm sure he's going to have the president's going to have a lot of arguing to be able to handle because of the issues that's been happening. And it complicates the issue because there's plenty of innocent families here who have been working for 18 years, have formed families here.
Yes.
And that makes it messy because now that it's been 18 years, we may have maybe 2 generations of families here. And for them to split apart because of an instant change of mind, it makes it very complicated.
Oh my goodness. And that's what makes it complicated. And that's why I see in all the newscasting how people are upset about the families having to be separated. They're also going to have some time before they do get deported, and I believe that's going to happen. But they're giving them another 18 months to get their
create
status.
A legal status in the United States.
Here in the United States. Now, we're talking about how the president handled that. That's a little bit difficult. For the words that he used were a little bit hateful, and I think a lot of the Hispanic community is in an uproar of the way he handled that situation.
And he's constantly using a lot of this to get his own agenda across. Especially with DACA, he's trying to get his wall built, and he's using that as leverage. So there's a lot of, and Hispanics are stuck in the middle. And now, of course, he's throwing in other countries. I'm sure you've heard of
Haiti. I mean, and of course, Canada has been saying they don't want the people crossing over to their border, and they said something kind of mean, but I mean, that's what they have to do to keep the immigration levels low in their country as well. But I think that there's just a tactic of saying things to make it, I think that if we inform our people, we can get them to understand without, any issues.
Right, and I highly recommend you keep looking at the news, keep being informed, because if you are one of those Latinos in a Salvadorian family or even part of the DACA situation, you want to be able to stay on top of everything because there will be opportunities at some point to get your answer that you need and require. But if things go south, you should know that as well because you need to prepare yourself.
Well, they're saying don't go out there and take your kids out of school. Don't go out there and quit your job. Don't go crazy right now. Just wait. Just give it some time and see what happens. And also, if you know any immigration lawyers out there, get yourself an immigration lawyer and see what they can do for you.
In respect to DACA, so far my understanding is there was a judge who kind of threw out the way Trump had handled it, and he is permitting. Right now, they're permitting DACA documents to go through.
They are.
But that's changing on a daily basis, so just stay on top of that.
Wow, that is changing on a daily basis. And I did notice that I thought that they had approved the Dreamers again, but the way that you just told me is that it's only been approved for a short amount of time.
Right, because they still have to have that agreement to go through, legislation go through.
That's right. So, Carlos, I am so glad that we are able to inform our people about what's going on out there. We want to hear what you guys have to say about this topic. We definitely want to hear how you feel about it. Please go on our social media and let us know how you feel about this
please leave
particular
comments.
topic. Yeah, leave some comments. Of course, now you guys know what the temporary, what is it? TPS,
Temporary
protected status mean. And it's not just for Hispanics countries, it's for a lot of the other countries as well. So that's something that we have to look into. And of course, we've got a great interview coming up, George. George, oh my gosh, I miss George so much.
That's okay.
Carlos, I got to get used to it. Carlos, we have a great interview coming up. We have Cristina Quinones coming up, so please stay with us. I'm Yvette Hernandez.
And I am Carlos Phoenix, and we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back. You're watching American Hispanics, The Journey. We have a great interview coming right up, so please stay with us.
It's going to be a great interview. Don't change your channel. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to our show. We're here with Cristina Quinones. We have a wonderful guest. Thank you so much for being with us, Cristina. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm good. It's good to have you on our show finally. Man, you're a busy lady. You just came in from Africa and all that. You've been almost around the world?
Oh my gosh.
Yes?
Craziest.
Yes?
Craziest trip.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
My first trip ever going
Awesome.
across the ocean.
Excellent. You know, our show is about educating our Hispanic community, uplifting everyone. We love to know your story. We want to hear, I'm sure everybody wants to know where you're from.
Yes, I am from, I was born in Decatur, but I grew up in Alpharetta. So Roswell, Alpharetta area. But mainly an Atlanta girl.
An Atlanta girl. And where are your parents from?
My mom was born in Texas, but she is Mexican descent, and my father was born in, I think we talked about this. It was in Rhode Island or...
In Rhode Island?
Yeah.
He's a Rhode Islander like me.
Puerto Rican or Maryland, I think. It's one of those.
Puerto Rican.
Something.
Puerto
Those
Rican and
Islanders.
Mexican. Did you ever blend the foods?
It's so crazy. I grew up mainly with my mom's cooking, so it was mainly Mexican food. My dad can't cook at all. I love him to death, but man, he
No
can't
puedo
cook.
cocinar.
At least I've never tasted his cooking. But as I got older, my God, I love Caribbean food.
You do.
Puerto Rican food, yes. As I got older, I started wanting to know more about my other side.
The other side. Well, that's good. I'm glad that you keep up with your Hispanic background and your Hispanic foods. That's awesome. Well, you started your music. You're a musician. You're a singer. You've been singing since the age of?
Well, I've been singing professionally since the age of 12, but I've been singing since I was like 4.
Oh, yeah. So mom's got you on videos showing you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Most embarrassing ones.
I'm surprised. Has she put them up on Facebook
No,
or anything?
it's crazy. Or like the old tape,
Yes.
players I used to have, but it was like the small
Like the
tapes.
cassette? The
Yeah. Our little thing broke, so we're gonna get the cassettes like turned into DVDs.
That's good.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, they do have those
that.
where they're changing
Because
them
I
up
do
and
want to
down.
put them into just show people I used to do this when I was a kid too.
Right. So what I heard from that you thought it was going to be an easy thing when you first started.
I think anybody who gets into this industry thinks it's just gonna be like smooth sailing, like you're not gonna have to put work into it, but that's a lie.
It is.
Whatever they told you.
But we were talking about earlier on is that with social media now, is it much easier?
So
you
much
think?
easier.
Yeah.
That's something that Carlos, I'm sure, knows. But yeah, it's a lot easier nowadays than it was 10 years ago. So.
Right. But with
I
all
wish
the
I had it.
technology, with all the technology, you're taping yourself. You can use your phone. You can.
Record labels
send
have
out
more
videos.
access to see stuff like that, but half the time, people are mainly going independent. You know what I mean? So.
Is that what you're doing?
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet. Okay, well,
It's a secret.
Es un secreto, señores.
Yes. So I'm prepared for 2018. So.
Right.
Everything's just hush, hush.
Hush, hush, awesome.
Now, Christina and I have known each other for a number of years.
Yeah, 20.
So 20.
I keep
I
making it
think
lower
that's
and
how
lower
old
and
she
lower.
is. I mean, you've known her since she
It's
was a
about- it's
baby?
about 5
Really?
years. And one of the things that always fascinated me about her is her ability to use her talents for women empowerment and being able to get the word out and things of that nature. And right now she has a new song coming out.
Right.
Or
White
is it
Flag?
actually out?
Is
already?
it White Flag?
That's right.
White flag.
Yes, guys, you got to listen to that one on our Instagram. I think her YouTube. She has it on
My
YouTube.
yeah, I have it
So
on
we'll let you know.
Spotify.
Where is that? Do you
It's on
want-
Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, CD Baby. You could pretty much stream it anywhere. And yeah, I mean, it's on YouTube, so go check it
Yeah.
out.
Well, so what do we look for? Just white flag, Cristina Quiñones,
White flag,
right?
Cristina Quiñones.
That's
Yeah.
right. We got to look it up. Guys, you are watching American Hispanics, The Journey. We are here with Cristina Quiñones and I'm Yvette Hernandez.
And I'm Carlos Phoenix. I'll be right back.
American Hispanics, The Journey, where we bring you weekly interviews of real people talking about their journey and their pursuit to the American dream.
If you have a story to tell, please go to our Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter and tell us your story.
We're back. Thank you for watching. And if you're just tuning in, you're watching American Hispanics, The Journey. Please follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and also on our YouTube channel, AHTJ, The Journey. We are here with more of Cristina Quiñones, everyone. Woo, Carlos.
Yeah.
What's
I love how
up?
she says my name.
She
says it right.
Kind of with that like little Spanish accent, like Quiñones.
No, I love it.
You
I
like
love
it? Okay, good. How do they normally say it?
Oh man, let me tell you.
Quinones.
They're like
Quinones?
Quinones.
Oh,
Quinones. Quinones.
Oh, wow.
Let me tell you, it was hard growing up with that last name. Nobody knew how to say my last name.
Wow.
I'm like, so I would have to spell it out. Like, I would be like, just the way that was easier for people who didn't speak Spanish
Right.
regularly. I would be like Kenyonez.
Okay. So you-
Quinones. It's so easy.
Which also is hard to type because you got to remember the little tilde.
Oh yeah.
and-
Oh yeah. So
the
Quinones. Yeah.
They don't have that in
That's true.
In the
That's true.
alphabet, American alphabet
That's
does not have a
true.
ñ.
Give them a hard time for it though.
Right. And so they forget to put that little.
The N. I sometimes forget too.
You do? No.
That's really bad.
That's
You
horrible.
don't do your own name right.
I know. I'm like, wait, I have a squiggly thing.
Okay, so from 12 till now, you are 24 years young.
Yes.
Yes, and you've been doing this music business, traveling.
I've been doing it for, I feel like I've been doing it for a really long time, but there was a point where I kind of just took a break through the middle of it. Like from 17 to 22, I kind of just took like a, you know what I mean? Like I was doing it, but I wasn't like doing it as much as I am now.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like when I met Carlos, I wasn't really doing it like I am now.
Right.
You
So
know what I mean?
so did you what did you do when you first started? Did you start going to like little clubs or was it
Yeah,
at school?
start off in
Was it-
clubs, bars, Plaza Fiesta, they used to have the Palladium.
Oh, okay. So like the malls and things like that.
Yeah, they used to have this little club called the Palladium, and like it's where like all these old school like bachata, like all they used to go there. You know, it was like a little tiny little club, and that was one of my first performances over there. Actually, it was crazy.
Now, by the time I met Christina, you'd already kind of done like 900
Oh
performances.
yeah, like I already done.
So
I
by
was
now,
turning 20 that year.
Oh my goodness.
I miss it. Let's go
Goes by
back.
fast. It goes
It
by
does.
fast, especially when you're doing
It
this type of
does.
business because you're so busy all the
Oh my
time.
gosh. So
Right?
yeah, it flies. It really flies. You don't realize how fast the year goes.
well,
Right,
it's
true,
a lot
true.
of hard work. Now, do you feel at any point that you're like, I miss my childhood?
I used to feel like that. I think when I was a teenager, because I was like 17, I was like, Mom, I have no friends, because I was homeschooled. So like, but I got to a point where like I kind of like I didn't get to go to prom. I didn't get to go do all those things as teenagers would. But I got to do red carpet. So I got to. So that's something that I
The
try
red
to like.
carpet stadiums. I mean,
Yeah.
so you
Yes.
take away and you
Exactly. Like I got to do a lot of things that not a lot of kids got the chance to do. You know what I
Bueno,
mean?
para que vean lo que es un
Yeah.
trabajo, trabajar como una cantante, a veces no tienes amistades, a veces no tiene tiempo para jugar ni hacer nada lo que hacen los teenagers. Sometimes you don't have a lot of time for
Yeah.
yourself when you're doing this type
No,
of
you
work
don't.
because you have to stay on the up and up. You have to figure out what the music is, and then you make a song, and then you're like, wait a minute, is this a song for this time of day? Then you wanna make sure that it's hitting the right crowd, right? The
Right.
type of
No,
people.
you're definitely right. And I think with White Flag,
Right.
I did. I feel like I connected with a lot of groups of people, not just one.
Wow.
Tell us a little about that song.
Yes.
I wrote the song in LA, and it was a group of us actually. But I knew what I wanted to talk about. The song was actually not primarily supposed to be about what the music video was showing.
Right.
The song was actually supposed to be about my struggles as an artist in this industry.
Right.
And so, that's why some of the lyrics like they were about like crowded rooms, business suits, because that's just what I've dealt with my entire life. And then I went and re-recorded it because I was like, no, I have a different vision for it. You see all that's going on in the world, the news, like it's gotten to a point where I'm just like I have this vision and I want it to be seen, and I want everybody to know that, I want to be vocal about this.
That's right. You know, when I listened to the song, I heard that.
Yeah.
I felt like what's going on now. I'm not gonna throw the white flag means you're giving up.
Yeah, you're not going to put it in there.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So not putting up the white flag means you're not gonna give up.
Yeah.
You're gonna continue to do your very best.
Yeah.
What type of advice do you give our youth, of Hispanic youth today?
I mean, it's very difficult, and it's really hard to get stuck in situations and like feel as if you're going nowhere. And I think that a lot of kids nowadays feel like there's nothing to look forward to. And I talk about this a lot with my friends and people that are going through their own struggles, and just understand that, there's a brighter tomorrow, and that not everything is permanent. Like, everything is going to be okay.
Yes, everything's gonna be okay. It's a brighter tomorrow. Everything's going great. Christina, that was an awesome advice that you can give our children today. We'd like to thank you for being on our show. It's awesome to see you and to have you on our show. So just thank you so much. And please listen to White Flags, guys. Go on our Instagram, go on YouTube, and find her. White Flag, Cristina Quiñones.
And make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, AHTJ, The Journey.
That's right, AHTJ, The Journey. American Hispanics, The Journey, where we bring you weekly interviews of real people talking about their journey and their pursuit to the American dream.
If you have a story to tell, please go to our Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter and let us know your story. You never know, it just might be aired on the next show.
If you're just tuning in, you're watching American Hispanics, The Journey. I'm Yvette Hernandez.
And I'm Carlos Phoenix.
And Carlos, we had a great interview with Cristina Quiñones today, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
There's so much to her. There's so much to her story. So
She's so
we
fab.
need to bring her back. or
She's so
something.
spunky. I
Yeah,
know.
she
I
is.
wish we had more time with her. She had so much to say. That's a very grown-up mind.
Absolutely. And she, she's got a long path ahead of her in terms of she's gonna have a long career.
Yes.
And it's she's got something stirring up. So
Yes,
hopefully we'll hear about
and
that soon.
she's up and coming. You guys have to keep an eye out for Cristina Quiñones. If you guys can go on her Twitter and her Facebook, please become her
She's got
fans,
lots of
because
music videos.
she's got a lot of music
So-
videos. She's got a lot more interviews coming up. This is just the beginning. Being here on American Hispanics, The Journey, we're big time. So, I mean, that's why she's
So,
here
so
with
she's
us.
got her own original songs. She does
Yeah,
a
she
lot of
does.
cover songs.
She does.
She's performed in stadiums. She's performed in churches. She's performed tons
Everywhere.
of places.
Yes.
And then she just got back from Nigeria,
That's
where she
right.
did a performance in Carnival there.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's getting herself out there. She's always in LA, shooting her music videos.
Yes.
So she is doing all the work.
She is doing all the work. And let me tell you something, that I believe that she's going to be the first Latina female singer that's coming out of Georgia. So,
Yeah, that's
is that
would be a
true?
twist, wasn't it?
Is that true?
Like, well, I mean, I would have to say there's a strong possibility of it because I don't know many.
That's right. Let me tell you. Awesome. Guys, we have Sazón con Flavor coming up. Let me tell you that it's a very interesting topic. We're going to be talking about avocado. Queremos saber si ustedes sabían de dónde viene el aguacate. ¿De dónde viene el aguacate, Carlos?
Well, my understanding is the history of the avocado came from Mexico, but
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Upon reading up about it, it seems to have originated from Peru
It
as
did.
far back as possibly 15,000 years ago.
Peru.
Yeah, I mean,
El aguacate es de Perú, señores.
you know,
Yo no
you have to
sabía
climb-
eso. Yo no
you have to climb
sabía
the mountains
eso.
of Machu Picchu.
Oh my Lord.
so-
It's a tree.
It's a tree. So it's a tree,
Yeah.
and technically it's part of the berry family,
Okay.
botanically speaking,
Oh.
and it has a big seed in the center.
See,
But you had some
And then
details about it.
well, let me tell you that the Dominicans, we eat the avocado with almost everything. I mean, and I thought it was a vegetable for a very long time.
Right.
Is it a vegetable?
No, it's a berry.
It's a berry. I'm sorry. See, and I thought it was
It's
a
a fruit.
vegetable for a very long time, and then I thought it was a fruit because it had a seed. But then you tell me it grows on a tree, so now it's a berry.
And if you know about berries, strong antioxidants.
Yes.
What's great about the avocado is that it's the healthiest fat.
It is. It is. And let me tell you, when I was shopping the other day for an avocado, my foster son was with me, and he says, Miss Yvette, that's a superfruit. I said, it is a superfruit. How do you know that? I guess the cartoons are talking about it. But you know what? It's all over Facebook as well, because now they're thinking the avocado helps your hair grow. So, hey, instead of eating it, they're putting it in their hair. The Dominicans have been doing that for a long time now. ¿No verdad que los dominicanos se ponen el aguacate
And those
en la cabeza? Lo majan, they mash it all up. They do almost like, what do the Mexican call it when they mash it up? They don't call it avocado anymore. They call it guacamole.
Oh, that's right, guacamole.
Yeah,
Right.
they call it guacamole. So you turn it into guacamole, but you put it in your hair and you leave it there for a good 30 minutes. And then you wash it off, and then your hair gets shiny, and it's almost like you're feeding your hair. So the Dominicans do that. That's a trick I told you
Hold on.
guys.
Speaking of feeding your hair, now you don't want to go to a Mexican restaurant and get guacamole and then
Guacamole.
just something that, you know,
And just put
it
it
looks
in.
good on me. What do you think?
I haven't done that. I haven't done that, and I don't think I will. But you know, that sounds like a great idea. I'm gonna order like extra. No, not at the restaurant, but just order extra so I can take it home.
Especially those good ones where they do that smashing in front of you.
You're right.
That'd be excellent.
Excellent, guys. Avocado is awesome. It's a very powerful fruit. Or what is it?
It's a
A
fruit,
berry.
it's a berry.
Very powerful berry. Enjoy the avocado. That's something we had to learn about today. Well, guys, it's good. I'm so glad that you guys are tuning in to watch us. You're watching American Hispanics: The Journey. Thank you to all those who have tuned in with us today. Thank you for watching us. We'd like to let those of you who haven't been watching us, you've missed a great show today. So just hit play on the thing on YouTube. Please go on our YouTube and subscribe.
A little triangle.
Yeah, the little triangle thing. Just play it again. Go on our YouTube and subscribe to our channel, AHTJ The Journey. I'm Yvette Hernandez. Oh, no, wait, let me tell you that I'd like to also invite our local businesses that cater to our Hispanic community to contact us and let us know your story and your journey. We'd love to broadcast from your location. I'm Yvette Hernandez.
And I'm Carlos Fines.
Hasta la vista.
See you next time.